Happy Chaos. So we want to do Chaos, and we're going to do all attuned. So I think what we do want... I'm going to break the rule immediately on not using rares and ultra rares. And this is going to be bad for new players. I think we just have to be playing this card. Until later this week, I will come... If it matters later this week, I will change it. If we get another card that can get him more bullet counters, I think we just have to play this as 4 of. I think it just has to happen. And from there, we'll do our attacks. Common, uncommon, rare. We'll figure it out from there. The good news is, Happy Chaos isn't locked to anything specifically for this stream and for YouTube. What he does is he gets a bullet counter. He is range. Oh, I guess he's range deck locked, right? So his range deck gets 1/1, 1 speed, 1 damage. If it deals, you can look at the top card of your deck. Without his ultra res unplayable. Yeah, probably. So his range deck gets 1/1. If it deals damage, you get 3 options. We're going to go over this for all Happy Chaos players because it'll make you a better player right now. You look at the top card of your deck. You go, what do I want to do with this one? Oh, if it checks a 5, and I'm playing another attack, I can just leave it there. If it checks a 5 and I need a momentum for my next move, I will put in my momentum. If it's an attack and checks a 3, then I will add it to my hand, and I will just draw that card. Then you will go into your next attack blind, but that's fine. You've drawn another attack. Math-wise, you might be better off with doing that. Unfortunately, so far, this is the only attack in the game that'll give him more bullet counters, which is how he fuels his own ability. So he needs these. He starts with 6. He just needs to have them, so this is the only reason I'm suggesting picking this up. It's a secret rare, and we don't know the numbers. If they're easy to come by, or figure it out. That's all I got. I think this one is actually really sick. I really like this move. I wanted to bring it up I think in Chris's stream earlier. I think this card is actually really sick because we were talking about well-sided moves. This is a 3/3. It technically gets to be a 4/4 in Happy Chaos. It gets you a free momentum no matter what, unless they seal it. And then they've sealed a 3/3. And why'd they seal a 3/3, right? So it's technically a 3/3 that gives you 2 momentum. So you get a Roman cancel. Then you also get an extra momentum. Oh, add one card. Sorry, I'm reading this backwards. Add 1 card from your momentum to the top of your deck. So if you have, I'm doing this completely wrong. I still think it's pretty good. You end up with a foundation that you put into momentum. You play this. You guarantee your next check. You're good to go. Or if you have a way to draw it, right? You have tension. Draw a card. You get your tension. You draw a card. You know what it is. So you want to reuse an attack very easily. I'm still putting this as a 4 of. I think this one's sick. Listen, I originally read it as get a second momentum, and that's like, wow, this is determined advance. Yeah, Happy can stack the deck with a 5 check you put in there earlier. Yeah. I think this is like you get to make a lot of decision points, and that's going to be the interesting part of the character, right? You're going to move a lot of pieces around. You're going to take a lot of Brobergs per minute. I think this is going to be a neat tech piece, no matter what. I'm not going to put in anything. It'll be a neat tech piece. I'll probably be in a sideboard. If you liked Instant Shining Flash, this is very similar. So I do need to hit ranged. So we are a little bit locked. I wish this gave a bullet counter, honestly. Like 6 mid 3 that gets a thing. We'll come back to it. We'll figure it out. I think I like this as my 3 diff more, though. We could be really sick with it and play just a really low 3 diff package. We gotta kill him, so we're probably not doing that. I don't think we're playing Masterful Gambit to do anything. Falling Debris might be cool. I didn't realize this was arranged. It's a maybe. It's gonna be a maybe. I don't think we string out enough for Mega Bursts. We're not Devil Jin. We don't get to do card pool stuffing stuff to make it huge. Maybe? It's a maybe. I like this card. I like Dimensional Sphere. It being a 6 mid for 2, that is hard to block. They're like, you don't want to block it. You want to block it to stop the card filtering effect. Kenny's Surprise Attack could be fun. Did I pass it? Which one is Kenny's Surprise Attack? Kenny's Surprise Attack. Add 1 momentum from your hand, momentum to your hand. If you do, this attack is +2. You know what? Let's put like a 3 off. I think that's fine. We're gonna get a momentum. We're gonna get a bunch of momentum anyways. Alright, that's too far. Wow, there's not many options for Chaos ranged. Huh. I guess he only has 1 real symbol, huh? Like, all not being in several sets makes his all support really rough. If you have drawn a card, this enhanced step. Ninja Wave can go ahead in this also. Yeah, absolutely. I was getting there. I was kind of scanning through it. After you check this card, add it to your momentum face up. Discard one card, play this deck as your next form. So, chat, hear me out. No, drawing card does not... adding a card to your hand does not count as drawing. So it's an attack we can find, right? And if we hit it multiple times, it only stinks if we add it from the top of the deck without its own check effect. But on turn 1, if they have a roaming cancel token, it's a 5 high for 7. Yeah, I think we're playing this one no matter what. I think this is just on our... This is just in what our character does. I think I'm done for like a 2-off. Maybe I'm crazy. I might have to break the cheap rule, because blitz your rival flips a foundation, your rival flips 2 foundations. Not loving it. Four mid 6 echo. Alright, I'm down. I think I'm just down. Because if it hits, they have to block it. They just have to block it, right? Because it's a 4 mid 6. If it hits, you get them on to me, you get to echo it. Yeah. I think I'm talking myself into this one. So I think between Kenny's Surprise Attack, Violent Pursuit, where are we at on cards? 23? To block zones from attacks look like. Oof. Oofers. Alright. I think I'm cutting this one. I think this one's neat. This is a maybe. This is a maybe. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it, but I'm taking it out for now. I think that's fine. I think this is fine. We have a 2-check we have to worry about. We're going to be a little bit low. And we're going to, like, filter our hand. I think that's fine. Do we have any... Good job. This is... Alright, this is arranged. Do we care about top card or discard pile at all? No? What if we just build... Stewie, I'll show you my cool soul deck that I'm pretty happy with right now that I haven't gotten to do much more playtesting with. And I can just walk you through what I did for what I did after this. I think this works with what our character does. And I think this is going to be a very... I think you're going to see a lot of this card in the next 2 years. I think you're going to see this one a ton. We can't play those. I don't think we care about this. We want to block, so we're going to play this as a 4-of. We love Breaker. I think this is good defense. We saw someone live at Atlanta because of this card, right? Because they just added it back and made the check worse and they got to live. Oh, you know what? The other card that I would have put into the stables, I think everyone's gonna see a lot of this card. This is a good staple for Chaos at the moment. This is 1/1 to all of your moves, to your first move every turn. And also Deadlock ability, which is actually pretty relevant. This might be really good. So I'm going to do 3 here. We never leave home without our moment of normalcies. This is in our guide. This is modal speed hate and breaker, so that's pretty good. We love filtering cards. That's also on our guide. I wonder if this is a one-of. I think this is nice to have. This is a niche thing that when we hit, we get 2 momentum. I think this is niche. Not doing any backup stuff. This is good in general. I think we get so much momentum anyway. I guess we want this for when they block our echo attacks. That way we'll get to echo them anyways. We don't have a ton of 5 diffs, right? 5. So we have 11. Yeah, I don't think we need Greatest Monster. I think Tough Skin will help out a lot. I don't think we need Strategic Meeting in this deck. We're going to generate a ton anyways. How many keywords on here? You know what? We have a 2-check though. How many 4s am I willing to play? Alright. Let's do 3, and we'll figure it out. If we have to cut some, we'll cut some. I think we can do 2, 2. This is our stun hate card on Chaos. We want to draw cards. We're getting a ton of momentum anyways. We don't have slams. We don't have slams. We're not stunning, so we don't get acrobatic or chop. I guess this could be really good defensive, and we'll come back and look at it later. Finally free? Oh, true. You're right. I forgot about finally free. Oof. Boy, is it going to be hard to build all these. We're going to put them sideboard for now. Because the thing is, I don't think we need that much momentum at enhanced speed. Right? Looking at it, the finally free doesn't do much for us so far. I guess it's like finally free adds us a card to our hand through Kenny's surprise attack if it's the second one we've played, or if it's an attack from the last one, and we use it on defense to do a thing. Foundation. Is the wrong? There we go. Yeah, it's like a good setup card, if anything. Too far. Do we have any good zeros? Do we have weapon attacks? Range, ranged, weapon, range, weapon. Not enough that I care about playing this. To pay a cost. Shane says to pay a cost, so it doesn't get to work with his ultra rare or a secret rare. I want this for defense always. This gets to be really neat when we discard it a bunch. We only have one way to discard cards, right? So that doesn't. Right? We only have one way to discard card. We have two? Yeah. I want to put. I'm going to 4x this one. Because I think this is a Heavy Chaos special. This just works on his turn 1. I'd like to find a little bit of damage again. It can't win stream. We need Broken Psyche. We're going to have momentum for it. We can pass through walls. Michael Jordan goes hard and happy. Which one is Michael Jordan? Basketball. Pro Hero 23? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Party says we should probably grab Decoy Duplicate. I'm gonna put one of. Alright, we're gonna do some trimming. We have a 4-2 checks, we probably need to clean up some. I think this is probably fine to leave. Let's look at our blocks as we're working. Yeah, we can cut a lot of mids, a little bit of highs and a little bit of lows. I'm gonna put this as a one-of. We have 2 checks we have to play. I still think this is gonna be really relevant for the next couple of years, for the next 2 years. Deals 5 or more damage. Hold on. 6, 5, 2, 5, 4. All right. Maybe we don't get to play this one. Put it finally free for this 6 check. Yeah, but also like. If I'm doing that, I'm doing this. And I'm probably cutting both of these then. And then just slamming this as a 4-of. It depends on. I think it depends on what you value, right? I think you're playing either Finally Free or Strategic Meeting because they do different things, right? So, Finally Free is I always get a momentum. The issue is I don't know how much I care about getting a momentum at enhanced speed. That it matters differently from how Strategic Meeting works, where if I can go play an attack, it hits or doesn't hit, it only matters for the echo moves. Otherwise, I can Strategic Meeting, look at top card of my deck, I then still get the momentum. Yes, yeah. Thank you, Masters. doesn't have a rarity, does it? Ah, yes, the power of no rarity. I guess it's a SE, but... Alright, what are we looking at? Let's look at difficulties. This can probably go down to a 1 of. I don't want too many 4 checks. It's just good defense. These two are the same card, effectively. I think I'm keeping this as a 4 of. Gonna miss that one when it leaves? Yeah, absolutely. Inspiring Song gets to stay. Horrifying gets to stay. Fast. I think maybe we're fine on cutting the Nedgerays, because we'll just out-hit them. Maybe we get to cut Exhausted Slumbers, potentially. I want to keep Titan's Pursuit. We have so much other card draw, and our character does it. I don't think we need long range support. We're not doing anything tricky. Chat, hold on. Yeah. Alright, Brody, you're in chat. What if we're Devil Jin? Right? Heavy Chaos does the Devil Jin camo counter. He doesn't get to stuff it. But he gets to do camo counter loops. Oh no, this is static, right? Never mind. Static fires off first. Never mind. Yeah, right? Because I'm thinking about that, right? Is you can't do... Yeah. Yeah, because the static fires off. You put it there. Static fire deals damage. Static applies. You look at top card, do something with it. Then response, put the camo on top. Yeah. So it's not worth doing. Like, if we can find another way to draw it, right, then it's probably worth doing. We have plenty of ways to draw, but I think it's just too risky and... it's too fragile, I think, of something to do. Oh, we've lost so many low blocks? Holy shit. Alright, we can't take away anymore. Or we should go find better ones. Yeah, I think this isn't going anywhere. I think maybe this can be a 2 of. Because we're going to generate a ton of momentum anyways. Reveal the video to drop tomorrow at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Hell yeah! Find your own way as a 1 of could be fun for the string turn. If you missed it tonight. I'm gonna cut this decoy duplicate and trust in not now I'm gaming. Do we have... Alright, what do our low blocks get to do? Chaos, all, a low block, foundations, actions, assets. We're not doing drive stuff. Oh, that's where our other low block was. Your spell attacks get 1 damage. Double checking, hold on. Spells? Spells? Nope. We only have the spell called Gun. Okay. The milled card could be interesting. No, I saw the reveals. We don't have a bunch of 5 diffs. But Happy Chaos is a fat ass, right? He has 33 health. So maybe there's a chance we just take 4 damage. Or we'll just take some damage and build in. And then we don't have a ton of stun, right? So we can't make them commit a bunch of things. I guess we get like Nedry Wave, right? So maybe Dangerous Combatant's pretty good. I have a Nice Try Believer, so maybe it's just Nice Try. This makes up for a 2-check a little bit. Let's do like 3. Alright, what are we looking at? We're back to 84 cards and too many high mids and lows. Is it all of our attacks? Yeah, okay. Difficulty. I don't really want to cut our zeros. I'm going to cut this Titan's Pursuit. Maybe it's wrong, maybe it's right. I don't know yet. Non-attack card for Breaker. There we have a lot of those. We can't build in pass-through walls, and that's where a lot of the broken stuff comes from. So maybe put as a 1-of. I think this can probably... Nice Try can probably... Let's leave it as 3-of, I think, actually. I'm down to cut this not now, I'm gaming for now. You have so many mid-blocks. I think we're cutting this Exhausted Slumber. We'll just eat some hits. We'll be fine. I've got like 10 cards. We've got a little bit of range to do it from. Let's go to these for now. I don't want to have to worry about too many 3 diffs. Let's put that down to a 3-of. I think this can probably be a 3-of. Let's move Nice Try down to a 2-of. We probably need 3 Horrifyings. I think we can actually just cut the Horrifyings. We have a bunch of mid-blocks anyways. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, I think... Honestly, alright, so I know we took out the strategic meetings for Finally Freeze. But I think I like strategic meeting with Kenny's Surprise Attack more than Finally Free. Because you do, if you have it in hand, you do get to go flip, get momentum, Surprise Attack, get that momentum to hand, and then it's a 7 mid 7 on turn 1. That like might get you a card or get you another momentum back. Because like imagine it's a 7 mid 7 that's effectively drawn you 2 cards. Yeah, I think I'm down for that more than I'm down for. And that's for people new to the game. That's all blitz speed timing on preference on what we're trying to do. Weapon. We've got anything else near? We can technically find like one more attack. So let's just go to the 4th Kenny's. Yeah, I think if we were actually momentum hungry for needing it at enhanced speed, if we needed it at enhanced speed, I think I would be playing Finally Free more. Or if we were playing Titan Cliff, like, oh yeah, we need it for Titan Cliff. It's gonna get momentum. It's gonna build into Finally Free, right? And then we get to use the momentum that in the next one. And we cut Horrifying so it bounces out. Yeah, yeah. Where are we at? 23? 23, 26, 22. I want to cut like 5 ish cards. And also, we care about having the momentum more than... It's weird, right? Because we want to have the momentum for Fearsomes. But we can't stack the deck with Horrifyings, and we are already drawing potentially the top card of our deck. Like, we don't need to stack it or anything. I just don't know what I want to cut. It might just be like, trim this down. I usually end up playing 3 of these anyways. We can go down to 2, 2, 1. I think we can probably go down to like 2 of these. And I think that lines up a little bit better. And I think 67 with 22, and maybe that helps us because we have how many ones? We have 8 zeros, we have 26 spam. And if we take a look at a couple first hands, there's one risky play, but then we have to go, we get a risky play, or we can go like it's pretty safe, like go Titanic, Undercover, and then risk the strategic meeting if we're feeling ballsy, or we can go Titanic, Undercover, Inspiring Song, and that's guaranteed, basically guaranteed 3. And if you want to risk the 6, you can play the strategic, or go first, play strategic, and then you get to build everything else pretty fairly. And that way, turn 1, you get to go get momentum, Kenny's, get whatever you put on top. I think that's pretty fine. Yeah, for like a only has an SR. I think it's fine. I think it's like a fine version 1. What do y'all think, chat? Anything you don't like? Anything you do like? Do you find cool stuff? Do you see any new cards you haven't looked at in a while and thought maybe that's... Honestly, I didn't know this card existed. I didn't know this card or this card existed. I didn't know that AOT had Echo besides like the 9 diff. Yeah, I do hope towards the end of this week, by the time this weekend we have all the cards, I don't think, maybe we'll have 75% of it at that point. We'll have maybe one more way to get an extra momentum, or to get bullets from like, if there's a Jiro's base for bullets, I think he's gonna be in a pretty good spot. Because then you're not even relying on playing Deus Ex Machina. Kenny's Ultra Rare also has Echo. But it's more of, I didn't know we had an Echo on a common, right? That's not usually a common thing. Yeah. It's more of, I didn't know we had a common that has okay stats. Hell, this is generally a fine card. This is actually just like an okay AOT card. Like, it's on kind of stats. If you have the thing to set it up, then you're even better. Yeah, I think if you wanted to upgrade it, if we take a look at the PowerPoint, you could probably find, you get to do the same thing. I think I'd still be playing Sickle Flash. Ninja Wave might actually just be really core for him. Dimension Sphere could probably become Goblin Bolt or Kraken or something, and Kenny Surprise Attack could become Kraken or Walk the Dog. I don't know if there's a good replacement for Violent Pursuit, honestly. I think this card is just pretty good. It's full block or play 2 of them. I think we hit most of... We hit a couple of them, or at least they ended up in the original drafts. We cut the long-range support because it does what our character does. Like, our character does long-range support, right? We have it built into our kit. Yeah, I think this character is neat. The May at the bottom is gonna be doing a lot of heavy lifting for interesting decisions you get to do with them. Alright. So if y'all like this deck, I'm going to put them in the video. If y'all have any other things you want to say about it right now, go ahead and say it. I'm all ears. I don't know, man. It just keeps happening. It has 22 at this point. It's fine. The low blocks do things. We kept the okay ones. I don't mean to cut the low blocks. We just put a lot in and then trim them down. I wish Chaos had a good 0 diff with a low block on it. I don't think it exists. Okay, it does exist. I don't want to play this one. This one doesn't do anything for me. If I was going to play other Chaos low blocks... Yeah. If I was playing other... So, this one ended up in... I think I went over it. Our damage doesn't do enough to really trigger this. We're bad at playing this card. So, otherwise I would absolutely be playing this one. This is another instance of... This is what our character does. I would try and find a place for this if I was like really fine-tuning it. Once I find the spots that I can put this in, I'm putting this in absolutely. Isn't the 0 diff infinity have low? Are you talking about Cycburst? Talking about this one? Because it is a 1 low block. This will be a testing card. I'm never gonna put this in a version 1 of a deck. I'm just never putting it in because I'm not gonna count on having an answer to the problematic ability unless face-up cards in your momentum become important again, where having wolves or krakens or all that become very important. It only canceling part of the Roman cancel doesn't do enough for me to want to play this unless Roman cancels become a major problem. Never mind, you're wrong. Okay. Dust Deck has it, but the make them spend a momentum one is a high block. I don't want to play this one. I just don't want to. It'd be really cool if this was a ranged. Yeah, if this was ranged against all keyword. Alright, hold on, chat. Hold on. Against all keywords and keyword ratings. So it gains echo, and it gains tension. Alright, we're going back in. We'll figure it out in a second. You can always play loot box. I think this is good. Tension is a new keyword. Tension is a keyword. So you get to remove a thing. It'll gain tension. It'll gain echo. It can gain the EX on DX Ex Machina. So it'll do everything you want it to do. And if we don't have any attacks with Breaker on it, and it would also gain Breaker. Because it's response. So maybe we find a spot for this. Oh yeah. Long range support, also Chaos card, but I cut it because it does what our character does. It's just what our character does. That's why. Draw a card, discard it. It's like discard a card. That's part of it also, but no, that was why I cut it. Um, this only matters... I think I would experiment with this deck with how much he gets momentum, because if he keeps getting foundations in your momentum, spending that momentum for -5 damage could become really useful. But it's also only once per turn, so maybe. I would keep my eye on this one as like a potential thing to try and slip in. As soon as you don't have to play a secret rare, then I think there's like a lot more things you can do with him. But I would want to limit my 3 diffs. Disarming Glance, another tech card. Once I find out what the deck does, it'll go in there. This is easy low block. This is really good. We can't play Black Abyss. We can, but we don't want to play Black Abyss. We're really good at playing Button Collector. We're really good at it. Again, another 3 diff. I don't want to bog a down with 2 checks. But the all symbol is just rough to play. Yeah. So, not having all symbol support for like a year, basically, kind of stinks. Walk the Dog, good low block. As soon as we open up the can of commons, uncommons, and open up the cans of ultra rares, I think our low block problem gets fixed. I know I put in Deus Ex Machina. I want to play Deus Ex Machina with Suzuki Flurry. I want to do this. Because I want to go Deus Ex Machina, hit, get a momentum, play Suzuki Flurry, give it 5 damage, and make them have to discard a card to try and block it. So it's like a 6 high 11. And however much more speed you get for a 23 pro hero. Yeah, as soon as we open up that little bit of we can use ultra rares, I think the deck really changes. But yeah, no all support makes him like half a character, which we can build soul, but I think this is a... Oh yeah, we gotta find some spots. We can cut a little bit of this, so our character isn't reliant on doing it. We don't technically need this, because as long as everything else is ranged. 68. Now we have too many low blocks? Damn. I'm down to cut one of these. That's fine. Alright, there we go. Changed up the block zones a little bit. 1 card over, 67, but I think that's fine for having a 2-check. We get to build a little bit better, potentially. Graph. 0. 8 zeros, 18 ones, 15, so about half and half. We should be able to build pretty easily. Block zone's pretty well spread. It's a little bit low heavy, but overall well spread. And we have enough defense into our foundations that we should be okay. And then even if we build poorly, our Titanic Combat helps make up for it. And Nice Try, if we check bad, gets to help make up for it. So I think this is fine. I think this is worth messing around with. Yeah, I think the character is very different if you build a 1-all. Okay. I promised